Are you considering buying Bitcoin? Is it investing or is it speculation? And does it represent a stable store of value? Let's take a closer look. I'm Anna Hilberry. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. There are two core ideas that people often come up with when they're thinking about buying Bitcoin. Number one, blockchain technology. People sometimes will assume that blockchain technology and Bitcoin are one and of each other. But it's important to remember that Bitcoin uses blockchain technology, but blockchain technology is not just Bitcoin. It's actually used in various industries around the world, including healthcare. And it's incredibly useful technology, and I believe it will continue to be used. But please do not conflate the two together. Number two, monetary policy is dead. This idea that Bitcoin is going to replace monetary policy because it just doesn't work is a false narrative. A great and most recent example is how the COVID-19 pandemic affected economies and countries around the world, and how governments in North America and Canada and the US, a great example, used fiscal policy in conjunction with monetary policy to not only stabilize but stimulate successfully the economies. And this is an excellent example of how monetary policy is entirely valid. So this idea that Bitcoin is going to somehow replace all that is just it's just a bunch of hooey. So if you're going to buy Bitcoin, you're going to be speculating. Now I know a bunch of haters, Bitcoin haters, are probably going to jump on me for using that word and debunking all of that, but it's true. Bitcoin is speculation. If you're going to buy Bitcoin, you must understand the risks that you are going to be possibly experiencing. Let's take a closer look. When people get into trouble financially, one of the main reasons, well, actually there's various reasons, but one of the core reasons is misunderstanding or miscalculating the level of risk that they are exposing themselves to. Now, one measurement of risk is how much something moves up and down in price, or standard deviation for industry talk. So let's take a look at this chart. Basically, what you need to know is that standard deviation is on the y-axis, or on the left-hand side, and years are on the x-axis. Now, the blue line represents the 30-day volatility, or change in price in Bitcoin to the US dollar. So you can see that it fluctuates quite widely, oftentimes above 10 to 15% one way or the other. The yellow line is the 30-day US dollar to euro volatility. You can see it's way, way less volatile. And then the red line is the 30-day US dollar to British pound volatility. So the core point here is that Bitcoin is going like this, and some widely used currencies are like this. That is a really, really important fact, not only if you're thinking about buying Bitcoin, but if you're thinking about using it as a means of exchange or store of value. If you want to go buy a loaf of bread or a cup of coffee down at the store, you need to be able to know that the $7, whatever it is, if you're going to Starbucks, or $2 if you're going to McDonald's, is going to be the same $7 or $2 when you get to that store to buy your coffee or your latte. You don't want to get there and find out that all of a sudden your coffee that was $2, you now have to pay, $10 to come up with the money because the price has moved so much. So that's why store of value and medium of exchange being stable is so, so important. All right, I'm gonna bring up another chart because I love my charts. This one from Yahoo Finance. It's from February 28th, 2016 to February 25th, 2021. Let's check it out. Okay, so what you're seeing here is basically the price of Bitcoin. There's a few key points that I want to make here. So I'm gonna draw your attention to December 10th, 2017. Bitcoin closed at $19,140. And then it slid all the way down on December 9th, 2018 to $3,252. That's an 83% price decline. Now that makes a killer mogul hill if you're a skier, but if you're an investor or a speculator, it's a terrible, terrible thing to go through. An 83% decline is just, quite frankly, horrendous. Now, sure, it turned around and it went all the way up to, $50,000, but beware the parabolic price curve, because lots of times it tends to go the other way. In my experience, not always, maybe it'll continue on to, $100,000. But for me, quite frankly, when I look at the volatility and I look at the fluctuation in price, it's just too hot for me. I'd rather be boring and still make money. You can be boring and make lots of money. And remember, if you're going to speculate, it should be small and it should be an amount that you're willing to lose completely. And don't even consider it if losing that money is going to impact your overall lifestyle. I'm Anna Hilberry. I hope this has been helpful for you. Thank you so much for listening.